Hello, lifeguards. Well, we've completed the Crazy Love series, and it sounds like it spurred on some great conversations. I continue to pray for you as you conclude the season of ministry. I know we may have been, we're ending the formal teaching times we have with our students in a couple weeks, but I really encourage you to do your best to stay connected with them, even over the summer, because I think what you can do is you can continue to encourage them. I also want you to meet with your co-leader and discuss a couple of the God sightings and challenges. Sometimes we don't take the time to go back and see all that God has done this year. So here are a few updates that I want you to be aware of. Bay rallies next week, so the plan is as usual. For those of you that can come over to Pizza Ranch by 5:15, I'm going to pay for your buffet as a small way to say thanks for you, all you do. So don't be late though. 5:30, too late. Kids will begin to arrive around 5 and will depart for Tornstrom around 6:15. If you can be there to drive maybe a couple of students, that would be great. The rally, we want to have everybody over there as close to 6:30 as possible. Paul Anderson, he's a former Lakewood member, will be the speaker for our last rally. Also, students can be picked up at 8:15 to 8:20 for that as well. On Wednesday, May 2nd, it will be our last small group night. It'll be a bit shorter than usual. We have normal things that we'll do, but we'll watch a little longer video called How Great Is Our God by Louis Giglio. It talks about how we were created by God. When you go to your group, I want you to use it as a time to encourage and pray for your students. I think it's important for you and your co-leader to make a list of your students and find something about each student you appreciate. Those of you that have big groups, it'll take some time, I know, so you may want to split up the names. My goal with this is to create closure for your group, but also to have a time that your student leaves with the last thing they hear from you are some kind, encouraging words. And if you can incorporate praying for them into that would even be better. Make sure that they know they are loved by God and by you. Now, our final night of LSM is May 9th. We plan to do an old game show night, so we got multiple games, but we'll be playing the match game, and I'm going to need 6 of you to help me out with that game. So I'll talk to you more about that as we get closer, but I'm going to need a few of you to help out that night. I'll keep you posted. It'll be a fun night. It'll also be a great time for a gospel presentation, and we have a video by the Skit Guys. Now don't forget about the Volunteer Appreciation Banquet this coming Sunday afternoon. Hopefully you've all registered because it's too late if you haven't. Dessert and fellowships at 4, program at 4:30, and hope to see you there because I do want to say, again, thank you. In Colossians 4, 5, and 6, it says, "Be wise in the way you act toward outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone." See, I read that today, and it reminded me that I need to be intentional to reach those in our world and those that are not in our church. I'm going to tell you, one of the things is our students watch us. And so I want you to know that when you share about how you're struggling to share with a friend, or you had the success of sharing, maybe they didn't accept Christ, with a friend, and you tell them those stories, I think that spurs them on to want to do that themselves. But if they never hear you saying those things, that you're doing that in your life, I don't know if they're going to do it, because they're wondering, do you do it? Because you never talk about it. And so when we want to encourage students to do something, I think they need to see us as a model. And so as a lifeguard, that's one of the opportunities we have, is to model what it looks like to be a Christian who loves Jesus with all their heart and loves people. Well, this may be my last update. I don't know. I might have another one before we get to the game show night. But thank you, and have a great day.